If you're a popcorn lover, you're gonna never go back to bagged microwaved popcorn because this is by far the easiest way that I found to make popcorn. You do need to get one of these devices. They have different versions of this. It's a silicone popcorn popper, or they have different variations like this glass one. You just need to get loose popcorn kernels. These are so affordable. And what's great is it's just popcorn. It's just the kernels, and you can add whatever flavors and additives you want. This is how easy it is. There's little measurements on this version. So I'm just gonna fill this up to the line. Oh, I was supposed to pop this up first. So you have your microwave safe bowl and a bowl to eat it out of. And since we're microwaving, you don't need to add anything to it. Just the kernels in this popper and off to the microwave. Oh, I can smell it. It's my popcorn dance, my interpretive popcorn dance. So I'm gonna do another batch in this popcorn popper. So like back in the 70s, I feel like my grandma had one, but it was that air popper, and that was like all the rage for popcorn. And then I remember growing up, some friends had the popcorn popper. I'm just gonna add a touch of oil here. Had the movie theater looking popcorn popper. It looked like a little carnival popper, but it was this big, and I thought anyone who had that was the coolest. But really the easiest, best way to make popcorn, just in the microwave. Get yourself a big bag of loose kernels. Get yourself a specialty microwave popper. These are really affordable too. You can get them online. You can get them even in stores. And you can have popcorn anytime for a fraction of the price. No additives, no preservatives, none of that garbage. So I'm gonna throw this in. Boop, 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 boop. Oh my goodness! We're overflowing. Beep, beep. We gotta be careful here. This was mega popped. Oh, it's a little warm. That one's gonna go in. Oh, look at all this popcorn. You know, you go to the movie theater and you buy popcorn, and I think we're all used to spending like a ton of money on popcorn at the movie theater. But you're like, at home, I can make this much popcorn for like cents. Like literal cents, not even $1. If you do want to salt your popcorn, have a fine salt in your cabinet. This will cling to the popcorn a little bit better. If you use a kosher salt, even a like normal table salt, that's not gonna really stick to your popcorn. So you want to use a fine salt, and I usually just have some in my cabinet just for popcorn. Don't even need butter. There was no oil, it's just light, delicious, crunchy popcorn. So I'm gonna see how many kernels are at the bottom while I'm chomping on this popcorn. Oh, it's so hard to resist eating this. The second you see warm, fluffy popcorn, all you wanna do is dig in. I usually go crazy when it comes to topping and seasoning my popcorn. I've done like togarashi on top. I've done just some chili powder, some cumin. Any spices I have in my cabinet, I figure out a way to use it to make popcorn. Just add a little bit of salt layer by layer. But look at this. Out of that whole batch, this is what's left. We just had a handful of kernels unpopped. It all popped up perfectly. None of it was burnt. And this little container collapses for easy storage. And it's soft and pliable, dishwasher safe, but really you just need to like wipe it out with some soap and water and it's clean. Silicone is a great option, especially for the microwave, but for food prep in general, just makes cleanup so easy. I will clean you later. So I do have a few more kernels on the bottom, but this one I didn't want to burn, so I used the setting that says less popped. So it kind of makes sense, but look how easy that was. Just kernels in, pop it, a few minutes later, you've got a tasty snack. Live right now, this is the first time I'm ever having nutritional yeast. And I've heard that nutritional yeast has like a cheesy flavor, so it's great for seasoning popcorn. And you don't need extra salt or anything. You just sprinkle that on, shake it up, and try it out. That is interesting. Let's go a little more. I mean, it's good. Nice and mild. It's actually on its own not as salty as I thought it would be, but it is very good. Another quick trick I wanted to share is soaking your popcorn kernels. So what you could do is grab a small bowl, throw some kernels in there. This is good if your kernels are a little bit older or if you realize that popping them, they don't all pop. You can soak them in a little bit of water for about 10 minutes. Then you'll drain this, pat it dry with a clean towel or a paper towel, and then you just microwave it like normal. Just a little extra hydration to make sure those kernels pop up nice and fluffy. I'm loving this Danos. Low sodium, low calorie, yummy. That's what I do every time. While the popcorn's popping, I'll go to my spice cabinet and just come up with a concoction, a mixture of spices that I can dust my popcorn with. Just makes it new and fresh every time. Now all that's left to do is find a good movie.